What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about Star Wars. And someone involved with the creative process at Star Wars decided to go on a little Twitter rant last night, and so we're going to talk about that. So before we get started, many of you were so happy to see my little puppy Leia in the video yesterday, so I decided to bring Puppy Face. This is Puppy Face. He's my little guy. And that's his name, Puppy Face, and he's a Chihuahua. And anyway, everyone enjoyed it, so this is my guy. All right, buddy. All right, go to bed. All right, so let's get back onto it now. Chuck Wendig, the author from the book Aftermath. Aftermath came out prior to The Force Awakens. It was part of the Journey to The Force Awakens novels, and I didn't read it because I'm not a big book reader. The only Star Wars books I have read is the Darth Plagueis audiobook, and I am currently working through the Ahsoka novel, and not in a bad way. I'm not a big book reader. So, but Ashley Eckstein did the audiobook for the Ahsoka novel, and I mean, how much better can it get? So anyway, let's talk about Chuck before somebody gets in the comments and goes, "He started the video here. You're welcome." Thank you for that. Okay, so last night, someone tagged me in a tweet from Mr. Chuck Wendig, and I never paid attention to Chuck on Twitter. I don't, I didn't, he's not my type of guy to follow, so I didn't even know he had a Twitter. So once I saw this tweet, I knew I wanted to talk about it, but before I talked about it, I wanted to do a little more research because I'm like, okay, he seems very, very upset, and he's going on Twitter rants. So let me look into this guy a little more. And I start scrolling through his feed, and holy crap, is he not woke. He is woke. Like, way woke. More woke than I can ever be. So when I realized how woke he was, I was like, okay. I bet he hates Trump. Now again, nothing wrong with hating Trump. If you don't like Trump, I completely understand. I'm not here to argue that at all. And I don't have a problem if you like Trump. Not the point here. All I was looking at was the way he went on this little Twitter rampage, and I'm like, man, seems like he's probably mad about more than just Star Wars. So, yes, he is. He's clearly not happy with the current occupant of the White House. But anyway, let's talk about specifically what he said. So he says, it's hilarious and sad that we let the noisiest anti-Last Jedi folks define the reaction to The Last Jedi. With its box office success and its high cinema score, that means its backlash is loud but minimal. It's like 6 shitty guys in a room yelling. So this is what this is classic right here. Discredit anybody that disagrees with him. Make it seem like it's a small group of just a few guys in a room. No, that's not how this works, Chuck. And this is a common theme with people involved with the creative process at Lucasfilm right now. We've seen Rian Johnson do it, we've seen J.J. Abrams do it, and now we have Chuck Wendig doing it, and it's hilarious. It's like, look, at the end of the day, dude, I have defended everything Star Wars, including the prequels, including Battlefront 2015, including Battlefront 2017. I have been a fan of everything Star Wars. And even with The Last Jedi, it took me multiple viewings before I could really come to grips with the fact that I didn't like the movie, because I was trying so goddamn hard to like it. But apparently, I'm just an asshole because I tried to like something that I love. Well, here's the deal, okay? I spent thousands of dollars to go to Star Wars Celebration last year. I spent thousands of dollars on The Force Awakens. I saw The Force Awakens 7 times in theaters. I drove to Orlando, Florida, which is like a 7-hour drive for me, just so I could go to Walt Disney World, just so I could see the fireworks at Disney Hollywood Studios the night before The Force Awakens came out. Then I went and saw The Force Awakens 3 times that weekend. Then I saw it 3 more times once I got back home, and finally I saw it that 7th time. Then, when Rogue One came out, I'm not going to name the company I was working for, but I literally quit my job the day Rogue One came out because my company could not guarantee me that I could have the day off. Now, normally I would have requested that day off, but I'd been so busy with Geeks and Gamers that it just slipped my mind. And when I got that day it got there, They said, I can't guarantee you're going to be off in time. Whoop, I'm gone. See ya. I'm not missing a Star Wars movie. That's how dedicated of a Star Wars fan I've been. So if I'm pissed off, I have every right to speak my mind. And if you want to try to discredit me or anyone else for that matter, go right ahead, because you're only giving us a bigger platform to speak on. You're only making our opinions more valid, and you're making our voices more relevant. So Chuck is showing. He's showing that the backlash is bothering him. Now, I don't know why Chuck Wendig, of all people, is going on this rant. Maybe he's trying to get another book deal. Maybe he's trying to sweeten his deal with Kathleen Kennedy. I have no idea. I don't know what his deal is. But he's clearly upset about a lot of things. And The Last Jedi Backlash is one of them. He also followed up with another tweet where he says, I am routinely met by people in person who heard Star Wars Aftermath was terrible. Then they read it and didn't understand what the problem was. Well, I mean, that tells you that word of mouth was not very good for your book. I mean, and then you've got people that meet you in person. You're a big dude, it looks like. You've got a beard. I mean, you know, you don't look woke, but you are woke. He looks like a tough hombre. But yeah, so I'm sure if somebody meets you in person and they find out you're the author of that book, and then they turn around and say, hey, Chuck, tweet you or something. I met you at the Starbucks when we were planning our next rally, and you told me to read Aftermath, and I loved it. Like, okay, that's whatever. I mean, a lot of people that'll ever meet me, like now that we've gotten some following, maybe if they hate my guts, they're still might be going to walk up and go, man, I really enjoy your videos. And then they'll turn around and go, fuck that guy. I just fuck him. But anyway, it's whatever. So if you want to take that as solid proof that your book was good, then go for it, I guess. But it's interesting how he formulates the data with the Last Jedi haters versus the people that liked his book. Interesting indeed. Some of those Sean Hannity facts, I guess, he's playing with there. But yeah, it's very disappointing, but it's also hilarious. I mentioned Sean Hannity, and like Sean Hannity, like when I hear Sean Hannity talk, I watch him for entertainment. It's like pro wrestling. It's like I never sit there and go, man, I really need to hear the hard-hitting reports from Sean Hannity to know what's going on in the world. No, I watch him for pure entertainment, and it's hilarious. And when I see people like Chuck Wendig who are super woke on Twitter, that's the exact same way I look at them. He's like Sean Hannity, just on the opposite side of the political spectrum, and it's really funny. But yeah, Chuck, JJ, Ryan Johnson, you guys wanted this battlefield. Now you have it. And now you're going to continue to try to discredit people for having valid opinions and valid reasons for disliking not only the film, but the current direction of Star Wars. I said it on one of my last videos. I said it. My dog's over here bothering me. Come here, honey. Hey, come here. Come here. I said it on one of my previous videos. Ryan Johnson tried to be ambitious. There's nothing wrong with taking risks. I do it all the time, and I F up all the time. There's nothing wrong with trying, and there's nothing wrong with not succeeding. But when you double down and you lie, when you point blank lie about things, and then you try to discredit the people that have valid complaints for what you did and try to call them names and then just dismiss them altogether, that's where the problem lies. And Lucasfilm is clearly not taking these criticisms into proper consideration, and that is a problem. So that's where the issue is. It's not The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi, people make bad movies, people make mistakes. That's fine. The problem is how they've handled the aftermath of it. You like that one? That's a good pun right there for you, Chuck Wendig. The aftermath of The Last Jedi is the problem, and how Lucasfilm Creative is handling it. That's my issue. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later.